we are going to be talking about, you guys. This is the second year of the pandemic. Can't you believe it? I cannot, and I know all of us Americans, we cannot wait. We cannot wait until that day comes to where this is all over with. This is all over. We don't have to continue on wearing the mask, social distance, do this and that. Well, I mean, you guys, well, in some parts of the world, some Americans are not wearing their masks, especially, into our schools and stuff. But for me, you guys, I'm still continuing wearing the mask here on out, and probably so after the pandemic is all over with, because that's just how I feel right now, you guys. Okay. So let's hop right into this topic show, you guys. So 2 years ago on a Friday, the WHO, the World Health Organization, officially declared the coronavirus a pandemic. Yeah. And in that time, there has been nearly 1 million American deaths. But while cases they were, going up and many Americans are getting on with their lives, there are still challenges still ahead, you guys. So here are five of them. Okay. Number one is regaining trust in public health. American trust in public health officials and intuitions, particularly, the CDC. We've been talking about this a lot onto the show. They have, they've been at the part of this since the beginning of the pandemic, and experts say it will take an effort to rebuild. Regaining trust is a lot harder than losing it. It's easy to lose trust, and so CDC got some work to do. Okay. This is a person, George Benjamin, who's the executive director of the American Public Health Association. Now, President Biden earlier last month, you guys, in March, he unveiled the newest phase of the administration plan for fighting COVID-19, which aimed at returning to a more normal life. And the lengthy document leads off with a simple goal: restore trust with the American people. I'm with him on that. I am with him on that. And experts say trust in public health intuition is crucial during a pandemic. And this measures like, masking or even vaccines. Like I said, I'm going to continue on, wearing my mask, and I am not, you guys. I'm still not going to get vaccinated. That's with me. I'm just not, but I'm still protecting others around me, even though I am not going to, get vaccine or, get my booster shot. That's just with me, you guys. That's just with me. Okay. Just like masking or even vaccines won't be successful unless people trust the messenger. And that's exactly, you guys, because I believe, a couple of episodes back, I pointed out that, at the start of this pandemic, we was all confused, we didn't know what to do, because people was telling us, we should do this, we should do that, this and that. There was false information everywhere, especially with, Fox News, which you guys should not trust them, okay? Don't trust them because they're whack people, okay? I don't know why I'm whispering saying that, but anyways, yeah, there was lots of false information. There's still quite, I don't know, probably maybe still quite false information out there with this pandemic that people are still gonna trust. By by all means, go ahead. If you want to, go ahead. But yeah, yeah. So I found out, you guys, that a NBC News poll conducted back in January this year, they found 44% of those surveys said that they trusted the CDC on the virus. And I'm one of them, you guys. I trust the CDC. You guys too, as well. Now, get this: last May of 2021, a poll from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that 52% of Americans had a great deal of trust in the CDC. And there have been missteps in the past 2 years, including political interference. Yeah. Though a lot of the recent damage has been self-inflicted, though muddled messaging and ever-shifting guidance. So yeah, so we need to, like I said, Restore the public trust. Restore the public trust. Number two is to continue funding for the U.S. response. Now, the Biden administration is running out of funding for its COVID-19 response, and there's no clear path forward in Congress for the White House funding requests. Now, lawmakers earlier last month were poised to vote on a $15 $15.6 billion in emergency aid, including $5 billion for global vaccination and responses as part of a broader government spending bill. But the provision was restricted amid a dispute among Democrats over how to pay for it. So the White House, they had called the money an urgent priority, even though it was far less than $22.5 billion. Officials said that it was needed. Now, the House Democrats are aiming to vote on a standalone bill. I know they have already. You guys probably had seen it already. They did this last month that will fund the White House request without the problematic offsets, but it is unlikely to advance in the Senate since Republicans insist it needs to be fully paid for. Now, without additional resources and tools that they need from Congress, the resources are, they're dire. And this was from the White House press secretary. So without more money, the White House said testing, they will start declining. They will start declining. And that was last month, you guys. So yeah, start decline, and treatments, they'll, start back up into May. That's what they said here. And they also said some vaccines, the Pfizer, if I'm saying that correctly, they will run out by September. So, all right. So let's continue on, you guys. Number three, which is vaccinating children under 5 years old. Now, I know there's a vaccine out now for them, I believe, if I'm correct. I believe I'm correct on that. There is a vaccine for 5 years old now, I think, or I'm probably mistaken for the 50-year-old plus group. I don't know. My head is spinning but anyways, vaccinating our children under 5 years old. Now, even as much of the country is relaxing on COVID-19 restrictions, parents of children under 5 years old have been left in limbo and all unauthorized. It's still weeks, if not months away. So back in February, the Pfizer and the Food and Drug Administrator decided to delay an anticipation review of the company's shots for young kids because 2 doses were found to be less effective against the Omicron variant. Now, the Pfizer CEO said on a CNBC back last month that data on a 3rd dose is still weeks away. And he said the decision was to intentionally submit data on 2 doses, even though they knew the vaccine would eventually be 3 doses because Omicron was so transmissible among children. So the goal was to understand if 2 doses would provide at least, protection for the children. And then the FDA will authorize the eventual 3rd dose later on for them. So they discussed the potential possibility to submit the 2 dose data, knowing that it's not going to be, spectacular, whatever, on the 2nd dose, but at least they can start giving the doses to the kids, and then the 3rd dose will come to demonstrate how effective the vaccine is. They have to test it out, see firsthand. But the FDA decided to delay on this and wait for data from all 3 shots to come in before considering, doing this, further on, proceeding forward with this. Now, one factor in the decision was that the risk for children overall has dropped as the Omicron cases has fallen down. Now, expert says the best way to keep small kids safe is to surround them with people who are already vaccinated. Huh.